Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna go over how to buy a monetized channel step by step. So let's just hop right into it. So you first want to search for a legitimate seller with good reviews. So I'll be showing you like some websites on where to actually buy them and where I've bought them myself. So you could just just to start out, buy a monetized channel, a monetized YouTube channel, and just check out these different websites. So you can buy from this marketplace. These are all pretty much marketplaces. This is like a terms like a search forum, and yeah, FameSwap. You can there's different places that offer monetized channels, so you can kind of just look through these and see which are good, and then I'll give you some recommendations of my own. So first one is going to be Epic NPC. That's epicnpc.com, and then you could just filter by YouTube accounts. It's pretty much a marketplace for like all social media accounts, but you can just filter by YouTube accounts. So what you want to do is go to the forum, and then they have different threads where these are all sellers. So it'll show selling right here, and these are the sellers right here. So you can see how recent it was posted, as well as like the engagement within the post, and you can just check out like what they're offering. So let's just click on this one real quick. So yeah, you want to see on this side if they're like actually have good reviews. So as you can see, 81, 82 positive reviews, and most of these are going to be legit. Obviously you could get a few like wishy-washy ones, good reviews in there, but usually this site is pretty legit. So to get these good reviews, most of them have to be like verified users or purchases. And yeah, one neutral review, you can kind of read that to see what happened there. And yeah, Epic and PC verified. Just check if they're trusted. They have verified their identity, so they're actually a real person. And yeah, positive feedback. So this just kind of helps with their credibility. So you can see they leave their contact information right there. This is all international. Via WhatsApp you can contact them or email. So just send them a message and ask them if try to negotiate for better rates. Just ask them if you're looking for more channels, you can probably negotiate a discount bulk rate, and yeah, just see if what their best price would be for a monetized channel. So yeah, off the bat, they know what to show you. They'll show you right away no copyright strikes, which is very important. You want to I put that in here first. So you want to first ask them to show the monetization status as well as the strikes if they haven't already. So if they do, then you just make sure to confirm that with them. So yeah, no strikes, no strikes, and just make sure this right here says enabled, which means it's monetized, the channel. And yeah, check out the refunds. So I guess so this seller doesn't do refunds. So if you're not content with that, then you can kind of see if there's a seller that in case the channel does get demonetized and you haven't even added any videos on there, because that sometimes could happen, then they could provide a replacement in that situation. So all you got to do is they leave their contact information there. You can just contact them here, or you can just shoot them a DM within this marketplace. But yeah, usually they put this there because that's the fastest way to reach them. So I'll show you one seller that I've actually bought from before, and that's Sky's the Limits. So they're actually a very credible seller. I'll show you guys real quick. So yeah, they're very credible. Yeah, only one bad review. That's gonna happen out of so many sales. So 456 positive reviews. They've been selling these monetized channels for a while, and they've been selling these channels for a while. I've bought for them, and everything was good. And so they do the same strategy that I showed you within like the previous lesson. All they do is just hire somebody to actually make those vlog style videos. Then they bought it with the 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and then it gets approved. So that's really all it is. So you can see that they're even doing this method for themselves, and they're profiting off of it. So, well, I'm pretty sure they're profiting off of it. But yeah, so they'll show you like what's what the refunds is, so they don't have it either. I'm sure if you DM them, you can probably work something out, and rights as well as the delivery time and information. So all you got to do is just give them a contact. I've bought from them before. I paid around like $500 per monetized channel, and that was actually a while ago. So they may have raised their prices. And if you're a first-time buyer, this even though this seller is trusted, probably don't pay with Bitcoin. Right now, I pay with Bitcoin because they would take a cheaper price for that. So I was able to negotiate, and I built enough rapport with them, so they trust me. So yeah, just try PayPal and pay for credit card first, or even goods and services. So that way, worst case, you can just dispute via PayPal, number one, and number two, you can dispute via credit card. So yeah, obviously, just stay protected. You can even, they even offer a middleman within this marketplace. So that's the Trade Guardian. So you can even pay for a middleman, which will just charge a few fees, which will pretty much be the middle of the transaction. So yeah, just contact this seller. They'll even leave some reviews here if they, awesome service. You can kind of see some reviews of these. And so yeah, I would say, if you're gonna go for one seller, then I would probably say Sky's the Limit is a good choice. I've bought from them directly, and yeah, you can probably try to negotiate a bit as well. And also another area you can buy monetized channels is swapd.co. So you can kind of search. It's kind of like the same thing. It's just forums/marketplaces where you can the people just post and sellers just post what they're selling, and you can just contact them to reach out to buy a channel. So it's really just the same thing. Just go contact these sellers, and even like bigger channels right here. Obviously, for these channels, just make sure that you verify like the last 28 days. I'll go into it more, like how to buy a cash flowing channel if you're like, if you have a bigger budget. So I'll go over that a little later on. But yeah, we'll focus on just buying the baseline monetized channels so you can kind of rebrand them and turn them into your own cash cow niche channel. So, and then the last one is PlayerUp. It's, essentially the same thing. They have just selling forums. You can just reach out. They have the price here. And yeah, the thing about this website, you can also filter it by monetized or not. So obviously you want to have monetized enabled and no strikes. One strike is okay because those wear off after I think like 90 days or so. So one strike I would say is okay, but preferably no strikes. Then you can just search and that'll filter that. And you can then just contact all these people and see, make sure they have good reviews and stuff like that. So contact them, try to, negotiate a good price. And let's go back real quick. So yeah, once you have contacted them and they have gotten back to you, just make sure to like check the actual content that they're posting. If the content is kind of like gameplay and it has gotten monetized, then the thing is YouTube, their system always constantly checks. So there's a chance that, with no commentary style content, like the vlog style videos that I showed you before, there is a chance that it could get demonetized for reused content. So that's why I would say best case scenario, there's a person actually talking to the camera, or it's like a vlog style where they're, talking and recording and, at least filming something. But, commentary is very important, and especially that the content is unique. So if it kind of seems reused, ask them if all these videos are not not reused. So it would just be best case that you see a content with like people actually speaking to the camera, like reaction videos or stuff like that. So that would be best case scenario. Just try to find that. And yeah, for protection, like I said before, you want to use a middleman if it's your first time and you haven't built rapport with the seller yet. So use a middleman if you can. You just got to pay some extra fees, which is a percentage of the actual purchase price, and a credit card on top of that. So you have two barriers, which is middleman and your credit card. And if you do PayPal, then you have three. So middleman, PayPal, credit card. You just want to be protected as possible because there are some shitty people on here. That's why you want to make sure that you check the reviews. And yeah, Sky's the Limit, I would say, is pretty good. I've bought from them personally, so I can confirm that they actually deliver on their service. So yeah, just just look through each of these sellers and ask if they can. So most sellers, including Sky's the Limit, will offer this. So they will provide the original email and the password. The reason why you want that is because they could actually claw back the accounts if they have the original email. So there's a thing where if you recover, it's like recover your Google accounts, and they can just type in their email and password and get it back, because Google will always side with the original email. And if it's on the same IP address, then yeah, it's pretty much, it's more evidence in their favor. So even if you have like two-factor authentication and stuff like that. So yeah, you just want to ask for the original email and the password, and then most of them are going to give it to you. Especially, like these sellers with good reviews, they will, they always will give the original email and the password as opposed to like a transfership. So another way to like transfer ownership of the actual channel is within the permissions, which I'll show you right here. It's the permissions right here. So they will just do this, manage permissions, and send the permissions over to you and add you as the primary owner. So yeah, that strategy works, but they still have the original email, so they can claw back. And yeah, the only way to really prevent that is if they're not going to give you the original email, is to have them sign, and this is a trick that I learned a while ago. So have them sign a contract saying that they can't take back the account, and also that you can't charge back on your credit card, right? So it's both sides are protected, and they're more willing to sign when they see that. So if you can kind of you can tell right away if they're going to be if they're legit, if they'll sign that or not. So just make sure they sign that they're not allowed to take back the actual channel, and that you have 100% ownership rights of the monetized channel. So it's pretty much like you legally own it, essentially. So, and also, yeah, once you get it, just log in, check the monetization. So that's going to be right here. It should say like video advertising once your channel is approved. So it should show this if your channel is monetized, and you can kind of go check the video. So this is a monetized channel that I bought. And yeah, so it should say this, and it should give you the option. So, and then also you can log in from your Gmail and check the actual email that says like, congrats, you're approved to be monetized. So check that date to see how recent it was monetized, because usually the more recent, the better, in my personal experience. So yeah, just go through that, and yeah, so pretty much that's it. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message in the Telegram chat, and I will see you guys in the next video, guys. Peace.